There's something about this time of year that just feels different. Spring has arrived and you can feel it everywhere. The air is softer, the light lingers a little longer, and the garden is waking up. If you take a moment and really look, you'll see it. The tiny shoots pushing through the soil, leaves unfolding slowly, quietly, life beginning again. And it doesn't rush, it doesn't force itself, it just grows. I've been spending more time out here lately, just being present, watching, listening, noticing, and I've realised something. In a world that feels increasingly chaotic, noisy, fast, demanding, this space, this simple garden, offers something we're all searching for: peace. That's been my focus this year. Not success, not speed, not even progress in the way we usually think about it. Just peace. Peace within myself, peace in my home, peace at work, peace in nature, peace in life. Because if you really think about it, what's the point of everything we're chasing if we don't feel at peace while we're doing it? Out here, there's no pressure to perform. The plants don't compare themselves to each other. They don't rush to grow faster than the next one. They don't question if they're good enough. They just follow their nature and they trust the process. The soil beneath us, it's alive, constantly moving, shifting, feeding, breaking things down to build something new. And that really stayed with me because that's exactly what we go through too. Sometimes life breaks things down. Plans don't go the way we expected. Things feel uncertain, messy, out of control. But just like the soil, there's something happening beneath the surface. Something rebuilding, something preparing, something growing, even if we can't see it yet. And maybe, just maybe, we don't need to fight that process so much. When I'm out here in the garden, time slows down. Not because the world stops, but because I do. I stop rushing. I stop overthinking. I stop trying to control everything. And in that stillness, I find clarity. You start to notice things you'd normally miss. The sound of birds in the distance. The wind moving through the leaves. The warmth of the sun on your skin. Simple things, but powerful. And I think that's where peace really lives. Not in big achievements, not in future goals, but in these small, quiet, present moments. The garden has become more than just a place to grow food. It's become a reflection of how I want to live, steady, grounded, connected. Because when the garden is thriving, it's not because it's been rushed, it's because it's been cared for consistently, patiently, with attention. And that applies to us too. Peace doesn't just appear overnight. It's something we create through small daily choices choosing to slow down, choosing to step away from the noise, choosing the present even when life feels busy. I've realised that peace isn't about having a perfect life, it's about how we respond to the life you have. There will always be challenges, there will always be pressure, there will always be things outside of your control. But within all of that, you can still choose how you show up. You can choose calm over chaos, stillness over noise, presence over distraction. And it's not always easy. Some days it feels impossible. But even on those days, just stepping outside, taking a breath and grounding yourself can change everything. There's something deeply calming about working with nature. You can't rush it, you can't force it. You have to respect its timing. And in doing that, you start to respect your own timing too. We live in a world that tells us to go faster, do more, be more. But nature doesn't work like that. It reminds us that growth takes time, that rest is necessary, that stillness is powerful, that not everything needs to be figured out right now. And I think we've all forgotten that. So this year, I'm choosing something different. I'm choosing peace, not occasionally, but intentionally. Creating space for it, protecting it, prioritizing it. In my mornings, in my work, in my relationships, in moments like this, in the garden. Because when you find peace within yourself, everything else starts to change. The way you think, the way you react, the way you experience life. You become more patient, more present, more aware. And life feels lighter. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or caught up in the chaos of everything, take a moment. Step outside if you can. Find a quiet space. Breathe. And just observe. Notice what's around you. Notice how things grow without force. Notice how nature moves without stress. And remind yourself you're allowed to live like that too. You don't have to rush everything. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to keep moving forward at your own pace. Just like these plants around me right now. Slowly, steadily, growing to something more. And maybe that's what peace really is. Not the absence of chaos, but the ability to stay grounded within it. To find stillness, even when everything around you feels busy. To trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Right here, right now. So this season, as everything around us begins to grow, maybe it's a reminder for us too, to grow, not just outwardly, but inwardly. to nurture our own peace, to protect it, to live in it. Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. Not how fast we moved, not how we felt along the way. But for me, this year is about feeling at peace. And I hope you can find a little bit of that too.